Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last time we left off with a basic plan for our rail infrastructure, where we want to export oil to make money, to sustain our expansion. We do start with a lot more money than usual. I don't remember if it was 1 million or I think it was 1 million rubles, and we had like 250% of that. So I think we are quite well set up. So we might even go ahead and actually plan out our city, which will probably be in between Rovodina and our future oil refinery. And as I said, that is mostly the point where people should go to fulfill their demands. And at the start it might have to happen with trains. That doesn't sound right though. I do wonder if I can cram a bunch of parking lots in here and then just let them drive around themselves. I don't know what constitutes activating this and potentially draining this town of its residents. Are they already leaving, or are they starting with half amount of residents? Let's see. Do we have another town? Yes, we do have plenty. What's your situation? You're also like not fully full, there's enough space. People are complaining about things, but they seem to be doing okay. I kinda wish there was an indicator showing you if the building was actually active or not. When I first started playing this game, I thought if they have their religious need fulfilled, everything is fulfilled. So like the church, them being close to the church basically means they are fine. But that is supposedly not the case. So I don't know. Anyway. We are building our rail construction infrastructure. We're gonna set that one up first. Need to connect to the customs house, and then we can buy a faster one if we want to. We're gonna set up a distribution office supplying gravel and other construction materials to here. We need electricity. Pause that one is not needed right now. We could plop down a few more construction offices, but the other thing we can do is we can also, in the meantime, plan our construction offices down here. We need to leave some room for the train line to exit here. There might be the need for the train to leave this area also in this way, because we will be able to load fuel and bitumen here, so we might have to transport fuel into other parts of our republic. But it's basically going to be like this train line, with the other one merging into it. At the most. Like that, plus 150 meters of this train. Something like, let's say 170. No, it needs to be longer. 40 more. And then the diamond crossing. I don't remember if it's called diamond switch, diamond crossing. We could also leave this be and just have a single train track go out, but no, it needs to hook up to both anyway, so it's fine. Doesn't need to be too long. Don't need to overkill this. This doesn't look right that much, but it'll be fine. And maybe we can have some construction yards in this area. The electric wire will go along here. The oil refinery might eventually be over here. And for the construction yards this time, I think I'm going to build the concrete and the asphalt plants inside. So we will have a supply of like gravel coming in, either our own. I did spot a field where we could mine some quarried stone over here. And having all of that inside of our map should speed things up quite a bit. I hope. We'll start with 2 construction offices. We'll also put down some basic storage that is not connected to anything yet, just to have it inside our map. So maybe 2 open storage yards to begin with. Not gonna overkill this. We will have a dedicated storage yard connected to the train network. We need a gravel storage inside as well. This might actually get a truck loading point, because loading gravel takes a long time. Unloading goes really quickly, but loading is a painful process. We'll have this here. Maybe if I can move it down 1, I will move it down 1 and only if the electricity reaches it. No, I have to flip it like that and be as close as possible, otherwise it won't reach. I was wondering if I might have been able to squeeze a road in between. I guess I can move it to the top and then have the loading point down here and then squeeze the road in the middle. That should work. So we don't need an unloading point for this, because unloading they just dump it out and it's done. But an aggregate loading point would be nice if we can somehow fit this in. I guess I can also have it right here and then just not do a road going that way underneath. That will be fine as well. We'll get the storages set up, the construction offices, and hopefully that will be good enough to start out with. Expanding our machinery at the start seems to be a good investment. Something like this. Let's close the map. Alright. So I would like these to be built quite quickly. The supply for these buildings will be done by a distribution office, I think, so that it can switch between what it needs to transport, I think. These 2 storages, one will basically be steel, I think. And the other one might be the remaining 3 resources, like prefab panels, bricks and boards. Mostly prefab panels. And yes, I think I will put a distribution office down here. I also think that the loading point might not have power, so we will have to put down another substation down here. Unless, of course, I move it over to here. No, it's fine. We'll put down another substation, it's okay. But yeah, I think another medium distribution office to carry all the resources automatically should be also okay. I want to invest into road construction as well, eventually, relatively soon, and make the main road be a tarmac road. We don't have any technical services yet, so road clearing is going to be an issue. Also, we can't flatten via US currency anymore, so we'll have to wait until one construction office with some excavators is available to build this. Construction over here is ongoing, I presume. No excavator available. Let's get the remaining 3 construction offices going. Might as well. They do exist for a reason, to speed things up and to cost you a lot of money if you use too much of them, but in our case I think we are going to be okay. And I also think we are going to make one that is just excavators. You go here. Delivery only via trucks. So we are going to... yes. No road connection. Now you should be able to. And the other excavator is doing the fire station right now, looks like. That is fine, that is okay. One open hull truck, one extra excavator. And the truck will take care of deliveries. And in the meantime we can get more road cranes over here, because they are very useful. I will have to set our construction offices on these construction tasks as soon as possible as well. So that's what we are going to do. Get this road done, start building these construction offices, and they can take it from there. At the start they will have to get resources from the customs house, but at some point we can disconnect the transportation of resources from the construction itself. So we can transport resources all the time, and then during construction we can take resources as needed during that time. A fuel station over here is also useful, a free one. Probably next to the construction offices and the fire station, why not? Get that set up here. Get a free road going and then hook that up for transportation. All of this can be dirt, that is fine. And that way we can also assign these road constructions already and then hook up the construction offices for building. Fuel needs to be brought here. I will assign only fuel deliveries so I don't by accident maybe deliver something else. But please bring fuel to this fuel station as well. We are building quite far away from the border, which I also like. I want to see if there's any issues with that. My guess is that the issues are going to happen as soon as we run into winter, so I might have to plop down 1 or 2 free technical services to make the projects continue running as per usual. But so far everything seems to be fine. Where's the third excavator? Aggregate storage. That one. Sure, after you finish, we'll switch your construction office. I might also designate another construction office for workers, so we have like 2 of them that we can assign to things. Because we only have capacity for transporting 16 workers with 4 cars. The whole bus limitation for everything is a little bit annoying, but that's what I'm going with. And yeah, as I said, the goal was 10,000 workers employed with no buses being used ever. During Automaniacs, where we built vehicles for export, I did say that the Mars 305 bus was my favorite. I do like buses that drive very fast and have very high capacity. So this is new land for me. Alright, almost done. I need to send you over here. And then a truck can take you to wherever you need to go. I think we're gonna plop down the technical service already. Just so it is ready to go in this area. Dirt road, because why not? And it's basically only intended for snow plowing. 3 snowplows is fine. And range seems okay up until the fuel station over here, and then this area will be run by a dedicated free technical service for the time being, once we get the rail construction set up, or well, once the snow hits and we haven't finished building the new construction offices yet. But yes, I would like to have the one fire station set up. This one will need electricity. We do have electricity in this area, but I think it was too far away. I did build the fire station with no regard for electricity, so it will need its own electricity supply. The road to the helipad is not needed anymore, so we can remove that. The helipad is already constructed, and we might as well plop down the electric substation in its place. Looking good so far. I did not draw the electric wire this way. Oh yes, I did. I did. It is an above ground wire somewhere over here. So I need to have another switch in here. We can do that. Put a medium voltage switch in this area. And this wire, I think only, I don't know, any cable hooks up to anything. I think this is the lowest wire that I built. I think so, yeah. So that'll have to do. And then connect the fire station with that, with an underground wire. And the road shall be dirt. Over here, we need to keep an eye out on when and where we can assign workers. Basically, this electric substation has enough resources for construction, so might as well assign the workers over there. Where is the cable? Where's the wire? Did I not draw it all the way to the end? Oh, I drew it to this one, but we also have one over here. What did I do? That's not right. That needs another switch. I did something incorrectly. So we need a voltage switch, which is going to be the end point instead of... That one hasn't started yet. So the voltage switch will be the end point. A little bit dark. And then from here we are going to move the two wires out. One going to here, and the other one going to another substation, because... Why did I make the other one? Did I build this one? Oh, I did... Anyway... I did build this one to reach both of them. Well, it's fine. They have already started construction. It is okay. This road doesn't hook up pretty anymore, so I'm gonna do that. And we have an extra connection if we need one down here, but I think this will now have everything in range, plus this one. So hopefully we are safe. Groundworks can be done by excavators. Actual building construction will have to be done by workers. These substations are kind of work intensive because can't use any road cranes for that. So as I said, another one of these might actually be another office for workers. With a few more personal cars. And we'll assign that not to the same assignment, but the third one. So we can, if we want to, do multiple assignments of these. We have our road cranes. We need to fill that one up. And then we have one more construction office if we notice that we are lacking something. For example, we should probably move our concrete mixers over and get a few more dump trucks. That is usually something that is very important. We'll unassign concrete and asphalt from these. No, not asphalt, sorry. We'll unassign concrete from these, and this is CO mixers. And they will only be responsible for concrete. And we can assign all of those to our general assignment tool. So we have 2 construction offices for workers, we have 6 of them for, well, 5 of them for general construction. That should get everything going. As soon as we have all of the resources for the bricklaying phase, we can send some workers to that. And as well the electronic components, etc, etc. All of this needs to be built. Now, with the general construction, I will set them to maximum range. But the workers, this one, I need to unassign, otherwise they're going to send workers everywhere. And I don't want that. But all the other construction offices, please bring everything to where it needs to go. You have complete autonomy. Just not the construction offices and their workers. You don't need any because you are a mechanism, you don't need any resources. Excavators don't need any resources either. Might be faster to let the excavators just drive to where they need to go. Having one truck for 3 excavators is a little bit slow. Okay, that should be the electronic components, meaning that we go to our assignment tool for construction offices. We'll just assign you to this construction. We'll bring some workers over. A road crane will be dispatched and this thing will be built in no time. And similarly, we have to start building some of these ones, which already have all of the resources, so let's alternate and drop some worker deliveries on those construction sites. Not too many. We don't have endless amount of road cranes, but seems like our construction office was already sending some workers to this one, so a road crane was delivered and is waiting for more workers on that site. We are going to import electricity as soon as it becomes available. Since we're like getting oil, we might also get an oil power plant, or gas power plant it is called. We do have to get this electric connection set up, make all of this work. Let's reassign our construction offices that use machinery to these ones, so they might send an excavator here also. And yes, we don't have a lot of workers going to the construction sites, but thanks to the tower cranes, road cranes, I mean, they still work really efficiently. And yes, the personal vehicles are going to be slightly annoying with how they are going to block our traffic. I need to keep in mind the whole situation of our road needs to be designed for a lot of cars. A lot of cars. Thankfully our inhabitants of our nation shouldn't try to go to the customs house area. But they do want to go over here because there will be a concrete and an asphalt plant eventually. But that's for the future. It's not slow, and the supply of workers is continuous. It's not like we get a bus in here with 50 workers, they get offered a contract, they move out, and in the meantime the construction office completes. Most of the personal vehicles are waiting to drive into the customs house, so the overhead on labor purchases should be minimal. There will still be a few, but not too many. And who knows, maybe it's gonna spread out to a point where it's actually really nice. It is slow though, so that is the thing. I might have to dedicate one whole construction office just for personal vehicles. And it probably needs to go in here also. So I have a construction office here that just is full of personal vehicles to grab workers. That would basically be the capacity of a bus. Well, things are going along. Can also assign this for construction. Our road crane and the accompanying workers have finished this building. The conveyors have already gotten all the resources they need, so they might as well continue construction over here. This is too short for machinery, so some workers need to lay down the factory connection. That is all okay. And I also need a road depot, just to have it. Because we need to set up a route eventually. The high voltage lines should get a gravel road at the least. The low voltage lines can probably be fine with dirt. But yeah, I want to finish the fire station in this area as well. This road definitely will not be part of this. There might be another helipad over here eventually. Not right now. So yeah, we want to get the fire station set up, we want to get the helipad set up. I just split that into multiple construction sites. Let's undo. There we go. This might have been too short otherwise, and workers might have been needed, so we'll wait until this gravel path finishes and then hook up the helipad with the road to build it. fire station can already be... No, it cannot. That's a gas station. Sorry. That is okay. I should also rename our distribution office for fuel so it's easily recognizable. So, distribution office DO fuel. So if I click a fuel station and I see DO fuel is assigned to it, I know, okay, we have assigned the correct distribution office for its purpose. All resources are present on the distribution office over here. So let's assign both construction offices for their workers to this construction task. And hopefully we can start bringing in some gravel, steel and other construction materials for the rail construction office that is soon to be built. And that will have a long and slow construction task ahead of itself. But we have time, it's still early on. I don't think we will get any inhabitants in our area quite as early as last time. We do have the money to not need that. But once we start trying to make our own fuel for our vehicles, we'll need some. Someone said that it is not profitable anymore to just have foreign workers making fuel. I can believe that. I don't want to try it out right now, but they might have rebalanced that from the first time we tried it. I thought it was interesting. I was willing to run a whole republic just on foreign labor. Maybe with the implementation of a tech tree and more research, you can actually research to a point where you can make foreign labor profitable. That might actually be something to try then. Consolidate all of the foreign labor from all the customs houses into your republic and just run a huge economy with no inhabitants. I don't think we have any changes in population, do we? We do have deaths. Don't have any births. Does that mean our population slowly dies out? We don't build any buildings. I mean, looks like that's going to be the case. That's a thing. So we might have to build a town to stop that from happening. Okay, 1,200 work days. This one doesn't have a road crane yet. Factory connection can't take a mechanism, so that one is really slow. That one can take a mechanism. Do we still have road cranes? No. We'll have to wait until we assign more construction tasks. Let's get rid of this dirt road for now. This is going to look a little bit weird, but that's what we're here for. There will be a lot of traffic on this road, potentially blocking our construction offices from leaving this area. I also want to start with it's not double tracking the road, but putting down a second lane for the road. We'll probably actually just move around this switch. I'm not gonna move that, I don't think. Resources are all here. Just to stretch out the entry to our republic a little bit to start out with. Get that set up. And we can put one-way signs here and here, just to make them use these gravel roads as one-way roads. Or we can, if we want to, start laying down tarmac. Okay. Things are trundling along. Most of our machinery is being used. The covered hull truck, only if we need mechanical or electronic components. We have one excavator waiting, but that's probably because our truck can't keep up with demand. I might actually be bringing stuff over here to lay down these roads, and they are. That's nice to see. That means we can also assign the next road. Seems like everything over here is already in range of the construction office. 3 kilometers seems to be enough. But yeah, we are going to prioritize construction of the way towards the fire station. Making sure that everything over here has at least some basic coverage. If it should happen that almost everyone leaves the town before we can give them something, then that doesn't really matter for us also. Because once we have our own town set up, we might also get immigration from a bordering nation. And then if we have not enough places for people to move into, they will move back into one of these villages and then realize that they can't buy anything and become really unhappy. But we can start using those buildings at in some way. Might even be able to just make use of the church. I do wonder if they repopulate. If they are going to be fine. Haven't had any births this year yet, but who knows. Things are very dark at night, as they are. Things are trundling along. If I had buses for my construction tasks, things would be moving much faster, but we don't. So, as I said, the other task would be the construction office in this area. Yeah, I think I'm gonna connect it to the substation road. That seems reasonable. And this is just going to be a bunch of personal vehicles. That's all that is going to be. We might have another construction office over here with some other basic machinery. Maybe moving everything we have into that. So we have our free construction offices available to move elsewhere. But that's not really the priority. We already have other construction offices scheduled to be built closer to our oil extraction. And yeah, once the oil extraction starts and is profitable, I think we can set up our basic town and then plan for fuel. Because I think fuel is going to be one of the mainly consumed goods that everyone with a car is going to draw. So many personal vehicles already. A whole construction office with 12 of those. In addition to that, is going to slow things down at the customs house. So yeah, having these external storages for gravel, steel, etc. should help with construction in the far future. Still have some work here. 6 or 8 workers should get this done. Some work here, haven't assigned it yet. No no road crane. That's fine. Drop off gravel in here, drop off steel. I guess we could. The most thing we need is prefab panels, steel and gravel. Gravel will have its own storage. And let's see, I think prefab panels, right? Yeah, prefab panels, then steel. So this is probably going to be the storage for prefab panels, and we'll restrict the internal storage to like 10% prefab panels maybe. Because I think trains can pull from the connected storage. And then we still have like 60% storage for steel and 30% for bricks and 10% for boards or something. It's going to be a weird setup, but I think it'll work. Maybe I should make the nights brighter. Is that an option? I guess I could disable day-night cycle, but I don't want to do that. I do like the day-night cycle, it's just that the nights are a little bit dark. I don't think that's an option, at least from what I can see while quickly scouring this. Oh yeah, if we have market fluctuations and our export price drops, we can also pause exports for the duration. I want to keep like 50% of oil in the tanks, just for if the price surges to do a quick export, if possible. Okay, this road, let's do these. Did I want to build anything? I removed that road for a reason, but I can't remember. I was thinking of building something here. Oh, I think it might have been the concrete and the asphalt plants on this area. So we get cement delivered from the customs house, gravel from here, bitumen also from the customs house, eventually from the oil refinery. Yeah, guess we'll see. Almost done with the distribution office. We will assign... We'll assign workers to the storage. All road cranes are currently busy here. Turn that to low priority. We are almost done with this. We need 1/10 of the amount of workers that it says if we have a complement of road or tower cranes on site, so we need about 60 to 70 more workers, I would say. If they have a full workday, which these ones do not. But we'll get it done shortly. The people that just arrived will finish this building. And then they can start bringing them over here, because all of the road cranes will be able to move to other construction sites. And this one, we will need to set up some tasks. Let's get some vehicles first. So your task is getting gravel for our rail construction. Now, these ones could be the large ones actually. They have very high capacity, but they are super slow. But it doesn't really matter that much to use these ones. Yes, they have half the capacity, less than half the capacity, but they drive twice as fast. So these ones would block our traffic less. These ones are okay if you're driving them on dirt roads, because then they don't care. So we are going to use these. Of course, I also have to worry about the capacity of our distribution office, but since this is only intended to be used with our rail construction office and nothing else, I think we are going to be fine. Some open hull. Not too few. And let's get one of these. Let's get two of these little covered hulls. They are not really necessary because we are not going to make any electrified railway, but in the future, maybe a tram line or something hooked up to our rail network, and then we need electrified rail. So we are going to transport gravel, steel, prefab panels, bricks and boards, as well as electronic components, and I think that's it. For now. So these are the resources we will load. This shall only store gravel. Don't notify me, just store it. And then once the open storage is set up, we can move some steel into that one as well. I guess we can have all resources stored in the open storage. And then restrict the amount in that and have a general amount in the rail construction office. I'll have to think about that. The open storage will be nice because it will have a lot more room than the building itself. We're almost done with it also. And yeah, I think I'll make a construction office for some road construction. At some point. Next up, fire station. Please. We already have some buildings that could burn down, which would not be great. It would be quite annoying. No, those are the wrong check marks, thank you. Yes, I know. So, mostly prefabs. 50, 25 leaves us another 25, so 15 bricks, 10 boards, something like that. And it should be quite a good amount of resources. I might not even have to adjust the internal storage for the rail construction office. That is looking pretty good. But yeah, next construction task will be the fire station. Get that done, get a helicopter. Make sure we have power, so electricity will be on the agenda. We'll have to get this power line set up, as well as the connection here. This is all connected. Get these roads set up, hook them up for construction. We need these lines to be built. That line is not urgent, but yes, it is urgent because it goes to the high voltage transformer. So we need these roads to be built as well. So hurry up with that. Otherwise our helicopter will only firefight once and then we have a problem. In the meantime, we are going to cut this road, put a dirt road here, so we have access to the transformer and can start that one already, as well as the urgent wires, which is only that one, and the high voltage wire, which already is being built. But yeah, this fire station first. Just some basic safety. I guess this one could also have a wind turbine, now that I think about it. Oh well. Next time. I forgot about that. But it's also good to maybe not do that, because in the future renewable energies are going to be locked behind research. Right, so aggregate storage, unload. Fill that up to 50%. And open storage, unload into here. Steel, bricks, prefab panels and boards in a different order than I just said, but the correct amount of resources. And this will keep the distribution office as well as the customs house quite busy. We have workers assigned here already, so they'll get distribution of workers shortly. They are not assigned to that one yet. Might as well. You can cycle through the check marks with the tabulator key and the numbers with the numbers keys. So you can just say, okay, I want the quick selection 3, I want to assign them. Boom. Don't have to mouse click everything. There are some hidden conveniences like that in the game. I think we're set up okay for winter. Yes, another technical service is probably in order, but for the start I think we are okay. Definitely should have probably led with more construction offices. Things are quite slow because I'm building infrastructure. But then again, the rail construction office is a construction office, so it's fine. And rail construction takes a long time. We have a traffic jam. Just split up that construction. Oh well. I want to upgrade these into asphalt so I can make proper one-way roads that have double lanes. Can't wait for the single lane one-way roads. They have been announced on the roadmap. The roadmap is quite extensive these days. Looks like there's so much stuff coming, and it doesn't seem to be taking that long either. So looking very good. I'm mostly looking forward to fertilizer, I guess. I'm gonna get an MI6, I think. No, we're gonna get something that can be painted red. I don't want you. Do I want you? You can be painted red, but capacity is quite low for water. Yeah, it's cheap. It's okay. We'll see if it works. Hopefully. Get some resources stored up. And yeah. The covered hull trucks are probably not needed. But we can move them out of here if we need them for anything else. Is that road long enough? It should be. Yes. That is also long enough. Should all be fine. Get that fire station set up. Yeah. We should be in order. Personal vehicles plus a lot of dump trucks plus a lot of open haul trucks equals traffic jam. Disconnecting resource deliveries for construction from the customs house is important, but not as important as fire safety, I think. I wonder if helicopters are going to be locked behind research. I might have to play on the... I think it was one of the new maps that already has like not square borders but specific borders and a lot of civilian infrastructure in place, and maybe get used to not using any helicopters and trying to make towns run from the start. Like hook up infrastructure like bus stops, get a shopping center, drive them to the shopping center, etc, etc. Get a fire station in a place that covers everything. That is close enough for people to walk into or be on a bus stop. The other thing I could do with that town could be just foot marching them all the way over here. No buses, just letting them walk. But I feel like that would be against the spirit of the game. I wouldn't be opposed to making them walk between two bus stops. One bus stop to another bus stop, but no further. Like the walking distance, 400 meters, feels a bit short. And we don't have any way to extend it with like supplying bicycles or motorbikes or something. Mixers are assigned here. I don't know why there are mixers. I guess the mixers aren't doing anything, so they are assigning themselves to whatever. There's an excavator here waiting for things. Fire station. It does have a little bit of fuel. But we do need to provide electricity. Maybe I should set up the wind turbine. Nah. Let's not. Let's do it properly. I mean, I wouldn't discount the wind turbine from being improper, but let's do it the way we planned it, I guess is what I'm looking for. I'm going to put a cut in here. We have constructed a few things. The rail construction office is almost ready to go. That one will take a while to get going. And once we reach the customs house, we might actually be able to buy something a little bit better than what we have here. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to put a cut in here. Stream will keep going, but I'm going to take a short break. And anyone watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Anyone watching on Twitch, the same. Take care, and maybe I'll see you next time.